Visitors find the light shows very beautiful, very poetic, and the experience is disconcerting because the blue light creates a subdued atmosphere. There is a real feeling of timelessness. Suddenly, as the evening wears on, you lose track of where you are. You are somewhere in a city that might be medieval. It has a magical, mysterious air to it.
A few dozen kilometres from the centre of France is the Cher region and its capital, Bourges. The city is known for its rich history. Its majestic cathedral, listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of a kind. This masterpiece of Gothic art is proof of the influence of Christianity in medieval France. Every summer for the past 15 years, Jacques Cœur's city has been illuminated. It is bathed in a blue glow, a colourful trail along which new technologies project scenes from the city's history onto the facades of its most iconic buildings. Emmanuel Gore is in charge of this astonishing project.
We wanted to make the trail stand out, and the blue creates a real contrast with the rest of the street lighting. The aim was to find a way to link these 5 monuments and their light shows, and the link was this blue light, which is like Ariadne's thread and runs the length of the trail. As visitors walk along it, lit by these blue lamps, they are actively engaged in the display, strolling from one site to the next and feasting their eyes on these impressive illuminations along the way. You really discover a different side to Bourges at night with this blue light. The trail invites you to take your time and to look up at the detail on the facades. The blue highlights details that aren't necessarily that visible in daylight.
The technical challenge is considerable. There are 99 lamps to create the blue glow and 15 video projectors set up to screen the light shows that depict the city's different eras and historical figures.
Visitors find the light shows very beautiful, very poetic, and the experience is disconcerting because the blue light creates a subdued atmosphere. There is a real feeling of timelessness. Suddenly, as the evening wears on, you lose track of where you are. You are somewhere in a city that might be medieval. It has a magical, mysterious air to it. The buildings work well with the light. The aim is to transport visitors. Those are mermaids. What's that thing with wings? A lion with wings. Yes. We are in Hotel L'Allemande, and this hotel has a very special history because all of the houses in the lower part of the city were built of wood. And in 1487, a massive fire ravaged 2/3 of the city of Bourges, and it was rebuilt in stone in an early Renaissance style. The Hotel L'Allemande in Bourges was built before the great Chateau of the Loire, So the style resembles that seen in illuminated manuscripts with mullioned windows. Early French Renaissance style is absolutely superb, with all that blue, which features a lot in the Book of Hours or illuminated manuscripts.
On these blue nights, some people walk and some prefer to hang out on cafe terraces, which are also bathed in blue. The event benefits everyone, encouraging locals and tourists alike to reconnect with the city and its history.
This is Jacques Cœur's palace. Jacques Cœur was a pioneering adventurer who lived in the 15th century. He was made Master of the Mint by Charles VII, who was King of France at the time. This was the time of the 100 Years' War, when the English invaded Paris and the king took refuge in Bourges. So for a dozen years, Bourges was the capital of France. Here you see the heart and the scallop shell, which are the emblems of Jacques Cœur. The scallop shell represents Saint Jacques, who was the patron saint of Jacques Cœur, and that heart is because his name means heart. He was incredibly wealthy. All the noblemen owed him money, including the King of France. So the king decided to imprison him for obscure reasons. It is thought that the king accused him of having poisoned his favourite, Agnes Sorel. Accounts of the trial spoke of that anyway, and of the fact that he had swindled the king by not putting enough silver in the coins. He managed to escape prison and fled to Rome, where the Pope asked him to make one final crusade to Turkey. Then all trace of him was lost. Historians think he died on the island of Chios. Video mapping allows us to pick out all of the architectural details, highlighting elements such as this frieze, this beautiful stained glass window with its fleur-de-lis, and underneath it, the hearts, which shows us that even though Jacques Cœur was powerful, the king with his fleur-de-lis was above him in all things. When you love your city, you want to see it busy, full of tourists. People here are proud of their city. Blue was already my favourite colour. Blue really is my dream colour.